let's just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind?
What a man spends on me for a first date. Mind you, I am taken. And guess what? Me and my boyfriend's first date was pickleball. He spent no money. But anyway.
Keeper!
He doesn't know what he wants, or he doesn't really think you're it.
And then I would pay for dinner. Like, I'm actually always waiting for them to like, I got this. But no.
I used to dance.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at least like 50-50, right?
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this one.
So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking in Sky, and I'm going to read it to you.
Now, what those women just stated, if you don't like him, because that's what it's about. The first date is getting to know if you like the man. If you don't like him, you don't have to deal with him anymore. Why waste his money? Why waste his time?
Food right away.
Right? But she digresses. We already know what it is, but let's hear what she has to say.
We've been talking for a couple days, and he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner.
I'm hungry.
I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it. But let's just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets, okay? It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city, so he can choose like what works for him, timing and budget wise. So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner. This is the thing for me. Like, I know men. The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks, right? When they see you, they meet you, they're gonna be like, okay, how beautiful is she? Is she put together? Do I find her attractive, right? That's the number one thing. Your personality may come second, sure, but the first thing is how you look, right? So with that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32.
Here we go.
We do not care.
Okay? Why would I put on a full face of expensive makeup, do my hair, make sure my nails are done, make sure there's no hair on my body, and then come and spend 2 hours of my time talking to you for an $8 coffee or a $16 cocktail? Be oh so for real. Let's take it even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk.
Okay.
Men are crazy. Okay, do you watch the news? Like
No, you don't care about the crazy thing. You don't care about that. I don't want to hear that. I'd rather choose the beer, right? You think it's a lot, or you think it's not worth your time because you have to put on expensive makeup. A lot of times the man doesn't care about expensive. You know what a man would rather? A man would rather you throw on some, what do you call that? What do you call that stuff? Some lip gloss, right? Have on a natural quick fixer up, a quick natural makeup, not all this $32 stuff, and come outside. That's what younger girls are doing. Younger girls are throwing their lip gloss and coming out. Lip gloss is cool. Lip gloss is popping. And they're coming out and they dating young guys. Of course, older women are not doing that. They gotta fake it till they make it and look fake. And that's not what guys want. But They digress.
I remember I seen this TikTok of this girl and she was basically explaining why you should never say yes to coffee dates. And she was basically like, imagine if he had the opportunity to take his dream girl out on a date or like his celebrity crush. She was like, best believe he would put in a lot of energy and a lot of intention into that date and planning that date. He wouldn't just settle for a coffee date. So why should you settle for a coffee date, right? And I don't know. I've been thinking about that TikTok a lot recently and I'm going to tell you guys why. So I'm going to show you guys my first date with my boyfriend. Okay, so at first he had told me to bring 2 sets of clothes. So I had brought 2 different outfits. At first it was really chill, really simple. He had taken me to his favorite acai bowl place. And then we had taken a drive down PCH and he took me to this restaurant. We had lunch here and it was so cute because I had never been to a restaurant like this. It was literally on the beach. So you got to like take your shoes off and you can eat while you're on the sand with a view of the water. It was so cute. We had shared this little seafood platter, but he was like, wait, save your appetite because we're going to be eating again later. And then after we ate, he said he was going to take me to another spot. And it was like this hidden beach. I had never been there before and we had to like...
This dude is wilding. Woo! Woo! What? Huh? What? Why is he doing all this? But let me let it finish.
like walk down these stairs. And as we kept walking, it kept getting better and better. Like, look, it's so pretty. And he had offered to take pictures of me. This is what I wore that day. Here's another one. So we had stayed, we watched the sunset, we were trauma dumping on each other. But that wasn't it. We still had dinner. So we pulled up to this place and he was like, oh, this is my favorite restaurant. I'm really excited to take you here.
And he was trauma dumping on her. If that means what I think it means, he put himself in a friend zone. Now, he's put himself in a friend zone a lot because I know a lot of girls that would put him in a friend zone. But let me let her finish.
And y'all, the way I gasped when I walked in, like, this is so pretty. I had never been to a restaurant like this before. And it was also like my first time having a coursed meal. They basically have a fixed menu and then they come out and then they bring you like different sets of food each time. Guys, I had never had somebody put in this much effort into a first date before. So I was nervous. I was so nervous. Like, I feel like I was just asking him hella questions the whole time. And he even checked in on me after. He was like, oh, I noticed that you were a little bit shaky at dinner. Like, I just want to check in and see if you're okay. So yeah, I don't know. Ever since that date, I always think about that girl's TikTok. And I hate to say it, but she's right. So this is your sign. Don't go on a coffee date.
So you didn't give him none? I'm expecting a climax at the end. Like, yeah, so I was nervous and I actually gave him some. Because that's what a guy is expecting. Maybe that's what he was expecting. I don't know. But guys aren't doing that. Why? Because guys always get the short end. Impress. And then what? They digress.
I think coffee dates are literally the best first date. Number one, it's casual. And you're like, oh my gosh, but I want dinner and I want drinks and I want him to spend more money on me. Then that's okay. That's your thing. I don't give a what a man spends on me for a first date. Mind you, I am taken. And guess what? Me and my boyfriend's first date was pickleball. He spent no money. Okay, and it was an hour and a half. It was perfect. But anyway.
Keeper. They're out there somewhere.
Anyways, let's get back to coffee dates, okay? Number one, no, he's not spending a lot of money on you. Who cares, okay? Your first date should be just getting to know them, okay? You don't know this person. You should be seeing if there's a vibe. Another great thing about coffee dates is it can be 30 minutes if it's not there, if you don't like this man, or it can be 3 hours. You can sit and chat or go on a walk or do whatever. I think that's amazing. I think there's no alcohol involved, which a lot of girls go on first dates and they get a little tipsy, and I think you confuse the fact that you like him because you were tipsy and you always have a good time. Whereas coffee, it's like middle of the day, morning. I think what a better way. There is no better way to like see if you actually get along. Like, it is so easy to be a little bit intoxicated and get along with somebody, you know? And some people say that it's bulk dating because, yeah, it's cheap and this man could be going on a lot of coffee dates. Great. Like, I would want the man I'm seeing to be actively dating. You know, like if he's looking for a girlfriend, he should be going on dates. I think that's a wonderful thing. I don't understand the issue with coffee dates. At this point, there's mini golf, there's sporting events, there's dinner, there's drinks, there's coffee. Like if you think it's easy for him to just do coffee, like, okay, he could have said dinner. Like dates are dates at this point. Like there's only so many things you can pick from. So like, what's the real issue with coffee dates?
I don't know. I think the same thing, but watch this.
I will never understand why people bash coffee dates as first dates as bad dates.
Let me explain why I think a coffee date is not a great option for a first date. And
Let's
it's
hear
not
it.
really a lot to do about the money. When a man asks you out to have coffee, usually that means that he's not very serious, he doesn't know what he wants, or he doesn't really think you're it.
That's a who's that.
So hold up. So he's not really serious, or he doesn't think you're it. But the other woman said he's trying to get to know you. So what is a guy supposed to do? Hand you his checkbook when he first meets you? Because he thinks you're it?
But he's happy to meet up and let's see what happens, go with the flow type of a vibe. Now, if that's your vibe, then cool, go have coffee. But I think what happens is a lot of women are actually looking for something serious. And when they go on a coffee date with a guy and things kind of go okay, the guy sort of decides to stick around and they start having a relationship, they tend to end up disappointed. Either this guy, he's not really the guy who makes an effort, buys flowers for no reason, remembers your birthday, and takes you out on nice elaborate dates. Or he ends up being the guy that you live with for 5 years and he never ends up proposing. The pipeline is real.
So how do you go from a coffee date to 5 years proposing? Where do you get that from? Where do you get that from? Because I think, right, you get with a guy and the guy doesn't realize he really wants to be with you in 2 to 3 years, let him go, right? I'm not out here telling women what to do because I get it. Most guys won't get married to you ladies because of, the backlash from it, taking for everything. But still, you're a woman, you want to stand true to your morals, let a guy go. But no, you're supposed to stand true to your morals from the get-go, not be giving to guys from the get-go. But that's not the case. A lot of women are giving it up. And they're stuck. A lot of women are stuck in a loophole. They're like, they can't get in or out. They don't know where to go. And she's one of them.
And the reason is that he started out wishy-washy in the first place. He wasn't thinking, I know exactly what I want, and then when he saw you, he thought, you are my dream girl, and I need to pursue you because you are the one that I want to marry. He's very unlikely to be the guy that after 6 months will start shopping for engagement rings and planning an elaborate proposal. He was never bringing that energy from the beginning, and I always say, start as you intend to continue. So why would you think that this guy who's just asking you out to have coffee is going to bring that sort of energy later in the relationship? And see, this is the problem. It's about a mismatch or misaligned expectations when it comes to romance and making an effort in a relationship. So if you're the kind of girl who just likes to play it cool and not really have any true sense of romance from a man, then go ahead, have a coffee with him. But if you're looking for a man who's going to make an effort, do all those romantic gestures that most women like, then the coffee date really isn't for you. So ladies, don't go on a coffee date expecting to turn this guy into the Prince Charming romantic man of your dreams by showing him just what a great girlfriend you are, because that's never going to work. Now, do with that information whatever you want.
Man, continuous, doesn't stop. Give me all your money and leave. Show your biggest romantic gesture. Spend $1,000 on a date. Impress me. Take me to 4 restaurants. Impress me. Make it to where I don't know what to do. Every guy can't do that. So a guy, every time, say it doesn't work with that guy, the girl before that, right? Say it doesn't work with that guy. What is he going to do with the next girl? He's going to do the same thing? You must be rich. Oh, that's what they want. Show me you're rich without showing me you're rich. That's how you do it.
The Filipinos that I dated, I always had to spend for them.
Spend?
Yeah, whenever we would go out on dates. Like, say for example, they would never really ask me out on a date. They would be like, you want?
Now this is a Filipino in the Philippines. This is what Filipino men are doing. Pay attention.
You want to hang out? For me, that's not considered as
You want to hang out?
like a formal one. And then I would pay for dinner. Like, I'm actually always waiting for them to I got this. But no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, at least like 50-50, right?
Yeah, or just like, I got this, have this, blah, blah.
Yeah, or like, I got dinner, and then, okay, I'm gonna get dinner next time. Stuff
exactly.
But no initiation whatsoever. Or I just attract the wrong man, the wrong Filipino man.
Hold up, no. That's at the back door now. Did you see what she just said? Did you see that woman who looked 10 times better than the other woman? Said, yeah, with Filipino guys, this was happening in the Philippines. I usually have to pay for my own dinner. This is what's happening, guys. So why do you think it's all sunshine and roses when guys like you come to the Philippines? Right? They're used to not getting their dinner paid for by the guys there. They're used to the guy not putting in extra effort. In the US, they try to demand it, but they're not doing that. What was the difference? That woman was feminine and delicate and willing and able. She sounded like, man, I would love for a guy to take some kind of initiative. So you take that girl out to Applebee's. What do you think she's doing? You take her out to Cheesecake Factory. She's like, he paid for Cheesecake Factory. Beautiful, gorgeous woman. He paid for Cheesecake Factory. I'm so excited. Do you guys know out here Cheesecake Factory is like, it's like a big thing as compared to the regular cuisine here. So it's nothing there. Over here, it's like gold. You step in a restaurant, it's like, that's the shining diamond out here. Like one's like, oh, he took me to Applebee's. And the girl's like, oh, now, it's a difference, you know. It's because it's night and day here. But you get women like that who also feel like they're a 5, right? She'll feel like she's not that pretty. I showed it a couple of videos ago. Woman said, oh, well, you know, 'cause I'm not that pretty. Korean girl. And I'm like, you like, huh? And I think she was Japanese. You're like, what? But that's how it is. So that's why guys are leaving. Because you take that consideration woman is showing and the effort woman is putting in, and that's what guys want.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, I want to share this from my comments. Here it says, if the older ladies in China are Shengye, the ones in Japan, Christmas kicker, then what should be called of a leftover woman of America and other westernized nations? And one guy says spoiled milk, and then looks like a lady here, empty egg carton. Hell of a name. So these women back in the West are empty egg cartons. That's what you call them. And it says Adam's rule. That's a good one. And then I said, y'all are crazy. But then I said, passport bros are sipping Shengye, because it sounds like a drink, while eating Christmas cake and throwing away empty egg cartons.
That's what we do, right? Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing. Throwing them empty egg cartons away. And you know why guys are doing that? Because we all know it's definitely more to life than storing empty egg cartons.
He ain't lying.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video.
This is the way.
Passport bros. Passport. No.
So he's coming.